Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I am taking a first impressions look at the early access release At the Mountains of Madness. Now I was pretty interested in this when I first saw it pop up because it is based of course directly on an H.P. Lovecraft work, rather than the variety of games that have come out that have been inspired by H.P. Lovecraft, like Darkest Dungeon, so I was kind of hopeful that this might be pretty decent. However, it's sounding from the reviews that are, mostly negative, that this is so poorly made that it's almost too early for an early access release. Which, early access is basically the fucking Wild West of Steam, even more than any part of Steam. So, for something to be too bad for early access is pretty damning. So let's see how bad it really is. Alright, controls. Sneak, jump, sprint. Everything else fairly simple. Also, these loading screens are apparently really long, so I'm just going to cut it. Not too bad, like a minute and a half. But there's that chunky frame rate that people were talking about. We're sitting at a 21 right now. Also, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a selection box vignette around the edge of the screen. So yeah, it looks like 21 is the frame rate we're gonna get. This is an Unreal Engine 4 game, so, it shouldn't be too demanding. UB4 kind of looks shitty. That nice, squishy texture. This is also with all the settings turned all the way up. So this is as nice as this game will look. So if you're not familiar with At the Mountains of Madness, it is a story about an Antarctic expedition that finds, essentially, an alien race's ancient city, or the remains of an ancient city of an alien race that has been long dead. Alright, you might think that I'm supposed to go towards this plane, but there's an invisible wall here. So I guess... oh, Jesus. This is going to be one of those nauseating low frame rate games like Rocco's Quest. Which, somebody on that video tried to argue with me that super low frame rates are not a valid criticism of a game. Like, I'm not a big proponent in the 30 versus 60 comparison, but like, sub 20, your game is not running as intended. Also, this is after the big patch they said today that was supposed to fix the performance. It was like a gig or something like that. But I'm not seeing that, so... let's see if I can just turn down the settings and make it uglier and see if that changes anything. Never mind, you can't change the settings without quitting to the main menu. And there's a good chance if we do that, we'll have to start over entirely. What is this? What is this texture? Is it supposed to be like ice on canvas? Like, I know this is early access, but they said like they're pretty confident that this release is a solid game. Is that people making dog noises? Ah, tiny dog. Seriously, that is a really small dog. But again, this is apparently a perfectly acceptable frame rate for some people. What is with the textures? Like, this is all set up for the max settings. So why does it look so shitty?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Day. Might really have to stop in a minute, and Lake needs to take it with us. If the aperture isn't big enough to bring your fossil samples outside, just, well, just teensy. But handle with this car.
Is he actually saying these words?
Lake found a stretch of fossil and started talking about changing the route. Now, I was just thinking about how much gas we could spend on that. To listen, so... Ah, by the way, don't forget to grab that secure thing. Blake has found it at the excavation site, but you should find it with no problem.
So, how about them voice acting? Also, holy shit, what is wrong with this dog's neck? Long dog is very long, but perhaps not long for this world. So, that was somebody who's never spoken English before, right? Just sort of phonetically reading it off the paper. Canned beans. I mean, they're capturing Lovecraft pretty well here in that this feels like playing a nightmare in video game form. So nobody else has anything to say over here. Oh, what? What the hell is happening? The game is having a meltdown. I think I'm freezing to death, maybe?
Good to see you, William. We're almost ready, by the way. We'll start immediately our flights toward the mountains. The pilot Denver stays with you as you ask. I promise that we'll return as soon as possible and together we'll resume our expedition that was planned originally. But you have to understand that it is extremely singular. I cannot live without making a few more excavations in the area.
So, I think we just died of something and fell through the world as he was talking to us. Wow. I'm a little... I'm a little speechless here. Oh, let me change the options while we're still in here. Okay, the resolution changed back, I think. Let's just set it to medium. That didn't change anything. Let's just turn down some post-process. Turn down some of that. Turn down the motion blur. Turn off the motion blur. So, this is what happened when I turned down my graphics settings. We're now getting 5 frames instead of 20 or so. And the game looks like a fucking nauseating nightmare. So, objective complete, I guess? Like, holy fuck. Welcome to hell. Hell is this hideous nightmare video game. I feel like I'm having a stroke just trying to play this. And I'm not usually one prone to hyperbole when it comes to the quality of video games, but Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to close the game and relaunch it, because no matter what I change the settings to, it always gives me 5 frames. Well, I have relaunched the game, and, you know, of course, being an early access game, the options menu is basically just for show, because it doesn't actually save any of your options in a config file or anything when you relaunch the game. Also, it looks even worse now, because I guess turning down the motion blur removed all of the detail from everything. So, we're just going to pretend that this is like a game from the 90s from the rest of this. Because I would... Shut up, dogs. I would at least like to see something happen before I burn this game. And by burn, of course, I just mean refund it. Also, maybe we won't die of whatever the hell we died of last time. Because I still have no idea what it was. Is there... Okay, there's an inventory. That's our heart rate, I guess. Just this looping GIF. What the fuck is that? What is everything? Oh, no, sorry, that's Escape does not get you out of your inventory. It's a flashlight key, but we don't have a flashlight yet, I guess. You see that? There's like options that pop. Oh, is it the wood? I was gonna say there's options that pop up a bunch. God, I think I'm actually gonna be kind of sick after I'm done playing this, just because it kind of hurts to look at. Like, I don't get motion sick, but this is like trying to do something with Vaseline on your eyes. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Hope we don't die this time.
Good to see you, William. Oh, Mr. Ed. Good to see you, William. Good to see you, William. Oh, Mr. Eddie, by the way. We'll start immediately our flights toward the mountains. Follow them. Good to see you, William. Good to see you.
I can restart it even when I'm not looking at
Oh,
him.
Mr. Eddie, by the way. We'll start immediately our flights toward the mountains. Follow Denford stays with you as you ask. I promise that we'll return as soon as possible, and together we'll resume our expedition that was planned originally.
The subtitles got
But,
sick of being there.
You have to understand that it is extremely singular. I cannot leave without making a few more excavations in the area. You as a geologist should be as interested as I am, but I do respect your decision.
So this was made by a bunch of Eastern European, students, right? Because otherwise I can't imagine how it could be this bad. That guy's making devil horns at the map. Yep, that's a photograph. Oh, got a flashlight. You have anything to say? Bartender guy? Also, why is there a bartender on our Antarctic expedition? Man, I don't know how long we can keep up with this. I can't imagine anyone was able to watch more than 5 minutes of this video. Do I have like a journal or something? Some idea what I'm supposed to be doing? Got a shit ton of firewood and canned food. That anyone who has played a video game could make this, look at it and say, yeah, that seems solid enough, is just fucking astounding to me.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Day. My brew has to stop in a minute, and Lake needs to take it with us. If the aperture isn't big enough to bring your fossil samples outside, just blow the steam tea. But handle it with care.
The dog is canned
found
beans.
this treasure fossil and started talking about changing the route. Yeah, I was just thinking about how much gas we could spend on that.
Dinko,
To listen, so.
Dinko,
By the way, don't forget to grab that security.
Crazy.
Lake has found the excavation site. But you should find it with no problem.
What is even happening? I think I caught on fire there. Stupid puppy is following me. I assume it's a puppy, either that or just a really dwarf dog. I don't know what part of this the actual game starts. Maybe it's over here. We're on an expedition to find the game.
I need to get my walking stick first. I need to get my walking stick first. I need to get my walking stick. I need to get my walking stick. I need to get my I need to get my walking stick first.
I think I need to get my walking stick first. Oh, doggy. You know, I play a lot of, bad games, or not great games for this channel, not to mention in my own spare time, but it's been a while since I've played something as technically almost unplayable as this. Alright, if I was an old man's walking stick, where would I be? Nope, it's not this molten tarp. It must be in that cabin. Can't take this guy's gun. Good luck trying to fire that without your hands freezing to it, dumbass. That was a knife. Set that on fire. When I try to take this, I sort of just fuse with the barrel now. So I guess you can't take that after all. Have you seen my walking stick? Alright, I guess I will wander around hopelessly trying to find this walking stick before we continue the video. I have found the walking stick. It was next to this pile of boxes. According to the game, if I don't have a walking stick equipped, my stamina will drain faster. And looking at the inventory, it says I have one walking stick, so I assume it'll like break or something. You can see it there. He's holding it, but not actually using it as a walking stick, so not really sure why we need that. This dog is still following me. I hope you get eaten by a shoggoth. Alright, now we can actually begin the game, I guess. Can I light this dynamite? What the hell is this thing? Like, what am I looking at? Alright, I'm gonna try to set up TNT over here. See if this does anything. Made a bunch of ice particles. I guess I was supposed to do that. Okay. Now we're in a dank hole. We have
I have to
encountered...
check the most interesting fossil samples.
I think he means we have to find the most interesting fossil samples. If this was a free game, I would still be hard on it because holy shit. But this game was $20. So, any sort of leniency I would have felt is completely non-existent. Can I not go this way because there's a fog wall in the way? Do I gotta fight a boss? Alright, my flashlight doesn't work anymore. I don't know if I can put batteries in it. There's some dramatic music playing.
I need a tube, a very rare sample. I must extract it with a tube.
Also, floating dinosaur skeleton. Okay, so I can reload my flashlight. But I need a tool. Wow, this flashlight is fucking worthless. I thought it was getting darker as the battery drained, but it seems like it's just not very good. You gonna tell me this complete dinosaur skeleton is just hanging from the wall? I think this mining pick? That's... I'm not sure why that's the damage sound. Fill up our health with some beans. But seriously, why can't I take this... What do I keep seeing? I keep seeing like an interact prompt. Stuff over there. got a tool. So it kind of sounds like this might be the entire game, is that we go down here into some theoretically randomly generated caves, but that's probably too hard for them to do. We find a fossil, then we go back out, and then we get a different one when we come back down. And there are penguins and a shotgun you can blast them with. Let's extract this fossil, and then we'll call it. Also, why do we need a hammer to extract it when it's just floating in the air?
A very rare sample. I must extract it with a tool.
Sorry, extract it. And then the game crashed, I think. I can say that I've always wanted to clip through Dancing Cthulhu.
I need to get back to the entrance.
Cthulhu Fatan. Ilya Rygazanuro. I can't move. The shaking screen is actually severely restricting my ability to walk forward. It's like pushing me. So it's not actually rocking the camera, it's rocking the player model. Will this be the end of Dr. Dyer? Tune in next time to find out. I was kind of hoping a cave in would kill me or something so I could... I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this fucking corner. There's like an invisible wall right here that is preventing me from escaping. Okay, there we go. I jumped at it a couple of times. This is the worst. Save me, ice sponge. Made it. There might have been a cutscene I skipped there, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, this machine's gone now. These two floating pipes. We forgot to remove those. plateau. Things get worse. You know what hasn't gotten worse?
You're saying something. I have to get to it.
The frame rate's gotten better. It's up to 30 now. You'd think all these particles would make it worse, but they're actually hiding the draw distance, so it kind of balances out. We're receiving a telegram. It's directly into our brain, apparently. Well, the thing was over here.
It's freezing. I'm sorry for the alive, but I can't.
Finally! You've had to take a look.
Have you looked at a cabin?
What? Oh. I thought we were just gonna get a bunch of pictures of what he's describing. I believe that frozen turd is supposed to be the body of a great old one.
Most expedition has decided to change the original path. Going the northwest in areas have dropped on me. I have a bad feeling that I still remain at the base camp waiting for news.
I feel like having all these holes in the roof of our cabin kind of defeats the point of having a cabin.
Do we have any news from Lake's camp? Do we have any news? Do we have any news from Lake's camp? Do we have any news from Lake's camp?
Are you gonna answer
No,
me?
we haven't received no messages.
We should fly to their camp.
I should mention that Danforth here is supposed to be like a 19 or 20-year-old student who goes mad at the end of Mountains of Madness, but knows how to fly the plane. Oh, I'm dying. My health is still almost full, but I'm dying. I don't know if this fire actually does anything. Alright, let's go to the plane and then we'll be done with this atrocity. Homing puppy. I think I just died. Alright, well, That's the end of At the Mountains of Madness, an early access disaster that was frankly very uncomfortable to play. So, you know, I guess maybe that's what they were going for. That they wanted to create a monstrosity to equal those created by Lovecraft. But yeah, this is early access. It came out yesterday. Maybe in a year or two, this might actually be a game. But as it is, this is just a horror, a painful example of how easy it is to make things with Unreal Engine 4. Not necessarily playable or good things, but they made it. And that's more than some people can say. But yeah, I think this one is actually one of the rare things that's going to go in the refund pile because I have no interest in ever seeing this go anywhere. So, maybe when this gets some sort of support, maybe we'll come back to it and I'll buy it again. But until then, I'm ready to say goodbye to At the Mountains of Madness. And unfortunately, that means I have to say goodbye to you all as well, at least for now. Not quite in the plume and pistol kind of way, but you folks all take care. I've been Shadefire, and this was At the Mountains of Madness.